Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're not doing a flashlight review, but we are doing a mount review. We're doing this one here from Impact Weapons Components and Haley Strategic. I'm going to keep putting some rounds through it, and then we're going to get inside, show you the mounting advantages of it, just how slim that is. You can see, just looking down at it, just how slim it is. Easy to get your thumb over. But that's what's coming up today, guys. We're going to step inside next after I put a few more rounds down range. In the intro, I showed you this mount here. This is the original, as far as I know anyway, the Haley Strategic Thorntail mount. We're going to go over a few different Thorntail mounts here throughout the review, but we'll start with this one because it sort of encapsulates what the whole line's about. It's designed to give you low-profile mounts that are going to mount a light where your hands are anyway. So what I mean by that is a lot of light mounts out there, you have to sort of move your hand to an awkward position to activate the light, and the light's somewhat further off the hand guards than you ideally want it to be, and these are designed to get it right where you need it to be, regardless of the type of light that you're using. So they're very adaptive, very user-friendly. You can do a ton of different stuff with it, as you've probably noticed throughout the intro, on a bunch of different rifles that I have, and I've been shooting for, I don't know, a while now since they come out. These have been out for a couple years, and they keep coming out with new models, which is awesome, obviously. But essentially, they're all CNC machine billet 6061 T6, and they're aluminum, and they're type 3 hard anodized per the mill spec, so very durable stuff, very lightweight, and corrosion resistant. And basically how they work, the majority of them, we'll get into the KeyMod version, which is a little bit different, but the majority of them work when they give you essentially 8 different mounting solutions on your rifle. So if you have a quad rail, you can mount it, say, like this, on any of the 3, 6, 9, or 12 o'clock position to get your light wherever you want it to be, wherever it's most comfortable to be activated by your thumb, or however you activate your light. So you can do it like this. If you want to switch it around to the other side of the rail, you can do it like that. And I mean, really, the positions are endless. Even now, obviously, with different rail systems coming out there, we have offset rails as well. So it's not just 8, it's really sort of infinity, if you will, depending on the rail system that you have. Here we have one of the spin-offs there of the Thorntail mount that you just saw. This is the Thorntail SBR mount, and essentially the difference is going to be the length of the arm there. You can see it's much shorter, designed for short barrel rifles, which the barrels aren't going to extend quite as far out past the handguards, so that way your light can be a little bit further back, so it's not out in front of the barrel. So this one here is extremely lightweight, as is the Thorntail, but this one comes in total package 1.29 ounces. Obviously, just like the Thorntail, it has the ability to mount your Scout type lights by Surefire right directly on there. Also, all of these are going to come with the option to mount your regular flashlights, so 1-inch flashlights, as well as the 8.30-inch models. A lot of Surefires are going to be in that category there, as you guys have seen throughout the review as well. And these are going to be your standard 1-inchers, so a few Surefire offerings, some Streamlights, the Ozetta Bravo, which is a light I know a lot of you guys like. I like it as well. Will all fit right in there, and you can just mount that right here on the cantilever arm. Here you have the Thorntail offset mount. This one here is going to mount essentially a 45-degree angle from whatever rail you mount it on. A lot of folks I know have been running this on their top rail, and I've been running a pistol light here, which is really ideal for. You can mount your TLRs on there, your Surefire X300s, your Enforce APL if you want to. Really, any of the popular pistol lights on there will mount right on there. And it's extremely lightweight as well. This one here, total package comes in at 0.773 ounces. So really, really lightweight option. You can have it out there on the end of your rifle, and it's not going to make it front heavy. These can also be used, I've seen folks use these as a way to set up a 45-degree backup iron sights. So you can set it up so that way you have your offset irons. If you're running, say, a magnified optic on like an AR, for instance, you could run a set here on the rear, just sort of behind your optic, and then out in front, and use it for a CQB type sight arrangement if you have a magnified optic on your AR as well. So really a lot of different uses you could use on there, and like all the mounts, it does come able to be mounted anywhere, again, 8 different ways if you have your standard 4-rail system, and you can move this system forward, backward. I have it set up all the way here in the back, but you can move it all the way forward depending on where you want to position your hand and what other equipment you have mounted up on your handguard. The last mount I have here, I believe, is their most recent addition to the lineup. It's the KeyMod Direct Attach light mounting system. Obviously it takes advantage of the KeyMod system, allowing for direct attachment of accessories. This one here has a 45-degree angle. You can mount your scout lights on there if you'd like to. You can also mount the WML, which I was using earlier. It works excellent in that configuration. Super ergonomic, super low profile, and extremely lightweight as well. So you probably already guessed from my collection of these mounts here that I'm a pretty big fan of them. They're really lightweight, ergonomic, like I said. They're made in the USA, which I always like, and they're relatively inexpensive. The mounts themselves generally run about $50. Occasionally they do have sales. And the rings for your lights, if you want to mount like a handheld light on there, are about $20. So depending on how you want to set it up, it's going to be between $50 and $70. That's MSRP. Again, check the sales, watch the website. But that's pretty much what they're going to run. Very solid performers. Really the only thing that I think could ever cause these to have an issue is if you octite it down, because those of you guys who know, if you run enough rounds through a rifle and you don't octite things down, they do loosen up. So just make sure you octite it down, and really you should never have an issue there with any of these mounts. If you guys have any questions about this, any of the 4 I talked about, there are a ton more. I don't have them all though, guys. I apologize. But check their site out for those. But if you have any questions about these or any of the other ones, you can post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next video.